Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Final Fantasy XIV experience. We are playing Endwalker, the newest expansion. There's going to be heavy spoilers. So, we're in the Radzat region, trying to deal with the tower. I would like to, it's going to be a long one today, and I would like to potentially deal with the first dungeon at the very least. So we had a encounter with Daniel last time. Let's chat to Thancred and get going. So Thancred is wearing a grim expression. So we put a good 3 hours into the start of the expansion yesterday. I don't know if we'll go quite that long today, but we will be at probably at least 2. Knocking things over. Good start. Yeah, their colleague, Elephant Woman, was absorbed into the tower. Make warding scales. So they have created scales of these alchemists to resist the tower's influence. They're undeterred. So we get to meet the satrap. Oh, we get to go to Radzat proper. That's good. Do I have to walk there? Nice. We get to go to the city. So I'm not sure, because a big thing is going to be where level 71 intersects with level 72 in terms of quests. We may have to spend some time just loose leveling. I do have a trial roll and all my other rolls available. Although I think we only need trial. I think might be enough to get us over the line. How slow my mounts are is a real concern. But there you can see in the distance the tower. I'm just gonna run past all the enemies. Can't wait till I unlock the faster mounts for the area via the Alpha currents. Though the compass doesn't seem to work, which is interesting. Where is it? I need to go all the way over there. So we got a bit of a trek. But I'm really enjoying this expansion. I'm really enjoying it. So sucked in yesterday. Like, I find streaming for more than an hour quite exhausting in some ways. Given I don't have a proper... like, I have a setup, but it's not... Obviously, if you watch other streamers, they've got like a full comfy seat. They've got all the controls to quickly mute mics and stuff like that. Mine's a bit more cumbersome. When I get my own place very shortly. Hopefully very shortly. Is that a rare mark? It is, so let's just stay well clear of that. I don't mind if I pull the mobs. They're not interested. It's good to know. super enjoying this game. It's barely quicker than walking at the minute, is this mount. I swear. You get so used to, like, if I went to the Dravanian hinterlands or somewhere where I've already got the courage, you see the difference in how quickly I can get around. But it is what it is. But let's drop off our mount here. Yeah, it's about the same, isn't it? Maybe a tiny bit quicker. For the time being, until it goes to the quests being level 82, I'm going to stay as Reaper. Like, we did dabble a little bit, getting some of the experience onto my Astrologian class yesterday. I'm not going to do that until I know for a fact we don't need the 71 quests anymore. I may put my level roll...
A vast rock squats upon Thavnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz-at-Han.
City proper.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
Look at that pan.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Nice. Radz-at-Han is one of those areas we've been hearing bits and pieces about since as far back as A Realm Reborn.
But no such scenes to savor now.
So it's nice seeing it.
To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megadota.
Look how fancy that looks.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
That is an interesting hairstyle and colour with that complexion.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
You're welcome. Become very bad news. Not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nadana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nadana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You
Dragon
travel
music.
as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people, those few who join me in
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here. buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz Adan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Padalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz Adan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
I get the feeling there's going to be a big-ass set piece before too long. Super looking forward to it. But it looks like we've got to go back to Sharlayan first. Oh, I can't access the city proper yet. Yeah, I've already done that. Back to Charlion. $1,000? It's a good job on money, didn't it? Oh. Let's go regroup with the Scions. I do feel the Tower of Zot is probably going to be the first dungeon. I think that'd be a nice assumption. Ding, 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 ding. The Bolton Annex. Haven't made the mistake I made last time, in that I have actual snacks today. Which yesterday was a long slog without any snacks. Fun slog, but... Okay, so we have to do the other side first, most likely. See what's going on in Old Charlion. Yeah. So the other half of the Scions are working on uncovering why Charlion is unwilling to help and what knowledge they may have of the towers in the final days. Seems we can't jump straight back into Radzat. I wonder if this second part is quite short. If it's another 2 hours, then... Woof! That's going to be rough. Because I really want to do the dungeon today. Looks like we've got some quests opened up in Charlion. So let's head to this Numenon. Perfectly happy with that. I'm looking forward to getting a good scythe that I can glam. I think when the relic weapons patch comes in, which is usually sometime after the main expansion, starting in the first patch afterwards, I think my relic weapon this time will be for... Oh shit, I'm meant to be reading this. For the scythe. So we got a lot of material here. Time Worn Tome. See what information we can find. Stewards of Wisdom. During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archeon Yunkampf, founder of Charlion, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war, pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Charlians took the heart of the words of their saviour and hence served as stewards of wisdom. a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of mind rather than strength of arms. Jesus, this is rambling, isn't it? With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading, with knowledge of agriculture came battle for crops, engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water, wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole thrived. Okay. Well, that's their opinion. Their ethos. That was over forever 20 summers. I'm not gonna read it out this time. I'm just gonna let you guys do that. I'll give you time. I read quicker than I talk. What sort of rambling is this? Wrong subject. You're damn right it is. Blue covered book. An introduction to the heavens. Yeah. We can just keep going. Another one here. The voice of a growing city, yes. Okay, so that talks about the formation of the forum. Can ignore books that potentially aren't useful. Story of Charlian, that's the one. Well, that's stuff our companions probably already know, but I suppose it's more background knowledge for the player. Destination. I want to get the Tower of Zot, damn it. House Darnus. Infamous name, Darnus. Our goodest of boys. Come on, I want to get to the dungeon. Psyched for that. Who's next on the list? Alphino and and Kryl. Where's your Stola? The final days of our... Yes, you ask away, where to begin? The land buckled. The city's burned. Let's go with the... Was there anything that heralded the final days? How did they seek to quell the... Well, they created Zodiac. They summoned Zodiac. That's going to be probably much later in the expansion we have to deal with that. Okay, so now we have to figure out what Y'shtola has been learning. This is very... compared to Radzat Han, it's a bit of a shift, isn't it? I want to get back in the action. I'm so keen to do the first dungeon. Maybe I should have done this first. But oh well. Can we just assume the forum have hidden it? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That was kind of obvious. Oh no. Not reading books. Don't be fair, the Warrior of Light has got to be in canon a genius. I mean, not only can they master every magic and physical class, they're a master craftsman and a master gatherer. Potentially. So they've got to be some sort of polyglot. Is that the word? Probably just not the bookish type. Just naturally gifted. They're all reading. Stoller. Yes. We'll get some booties. Right, booties. How am I doing for booties? 515. I'm good. So let's put them on Astrologian. No, we won't. We'll put them on Monk. Why have I got Monk twice? Don't need Monk twice. Boots, yeah, boots for the Monk, I think. Gotta keep what I've got because I'm still leveling Samurai, you can see here. I've slacked off a bit there. Because my focus has been trying to get all these different healer and tank classes up a little bit. And after I finished yesterday, I finished getting Bard up to 80 as well. Switch back to Reaper. Alice is in desperate need of study break. Tea break. Do I get to try this famous burger? I'm gonna use the warp. I want to try this famous Charlian burger that they were talking about last time. Sorry about that. Trees getting in the way. Get them trees. I like being this zoomed out just as a rule. Although I will admit sometimes it's better to be less. It's because if I go into a dungeon, it's less messing around. And being zoomed out on a dungeon is usually better because you can see what's going on around you. Like AoEs and like Sophia Extreme, you can see where the daughter is and stuff like that. So I'm just used to playing this with this level of zoomed out. No oh, is the shop open? No. There's no shop. Gauge the mood of the city. Yay, we got Bay with us. How dare they sass Alice, eh? Can I try some of this food, please? I'm a very hungry warrior of light. Can I have a bit of food, please? I'm a hungry guy. Yes. Wait, you want me to serve food? I'm the goddamn warrior of light. This game really loves taking you down a few pegs. In the last expansion, when you first went to Yulmore, which was sort of a city of nobles where they sort of didn't give a crap about the rest of the world, and they're like to gain access into the city, they forced me to take a shower and called me stinky. It's like, oh, like at least once every new expansion, they try and take the Warrior of Light down a peg. Tea by the tea set for Chatty Group near Water's Edge. Omelette for Gisla. And a milk for an oven-baked lobster. God damn it. I've already forgotten. The omelette. Oh. Yes. I'm sorry. The tea set. The tea set. You wanted the omelette, didn't you? Or at least they're in order. You don't look Mioke. Oh, you are. You are definitely Mioke. Oven baked lobster. Gleaner. Ah, I've watched the harbour. There, we got a clue. Got a raging clue. Bay. Why did I make my Elzen like stupid tall? Like, he's not the tallest of the settings, but he's pretty damn tall. So it's like even tall characters in this game have to look up to me. And smaller characters are just dwarfed. Yeah, she got his coffee. Thank you. I'm gonna get a little more experience. Maybe I should zoom in just a little bit while I'm in. Yeah, while I'm in the town. Alice!
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant.
Be part of my family. You and your brother. We
Do you
are
remember
family.
when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently. They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Sorry about that, I was eating a pack of crisps, so I'm muted. So we got our lead. Watch your step in Labyrinthos. There is danger there that never sleeps. Okay. Follow Alice, okay. That's a brisk walk. I say that's a brisk walk. Okay, speed up, please. Please speed up. How far do we have to walk? Oh, don't be all that way. You call that running? At least the devs know we want more time with Alice, clearly. Let's take a racing line. Oh. I want to see what we got. Maybe the Tower of Zot is not the dungeon. Maybe this Labyrinthos is. There's a chocobo keep here. But the lift was I was just told the lift was out of order. Does that mean they lied? What we got?
Beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
What is this
knowledge,
place?
Buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
So is Labyrinthos a zone? Not a dungeon.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Ugh.
What's up with you?
Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Goddamn Lalafell potatoes. See what we got. Yeah, look at this. This is clearly a dungeon. Not a dungeon. This is clearly like a zone. There's no Aether crystal though that I see. Dobbin. Hauling books are fun. Eve. So they're tired. Alice! I'm gonna check this this junk. Look at this place. Is it underground, really? I'm not gonna bother repairing. Purchase items. Buy some fishing gear. Maybe do a little fishing at some point. No rush. See what bites. There you go. Y'shtola. Look at this place. Does look like a bit like the Dravanian hinterlands, doesn't it? Glorified ratcatcher. Capture mammoths. I can do that for you. Where are they? Grizzled mice. Put them in the sack. Is that an alpha crystal I see over there? There's got to be one somewhere. Haul ass, haul ass, haul ass. No? Oh, that's upsetting. There's one down there. A trolla-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Ho 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 ho. What's up, Chuckles? Bye-bye. Aha. Weakling. Why didn't you bag it? Why did you not bag it? Just doing it. Let's take out this troll. Because I can. I need to remember to start with Shadow of Death as an opener. Keep those peepers peeled. There we are. See, that needs to be my opener. I'm just an idiot. Because it puts my damage up. Nice. Bag it, damn it. Right, before I go anywhere, unicorn will do. I'm gonna grab this. Making us wait a bit before we get the first dungeon. I'm just reminiscent of Stormblood, where we got to go to the first dungeon quite quickly. Then again, Endwalker, the first dungeon, was probably at the latter end of the 81 level. So we wish to catch a fish. I'm not going to catch more than 2 fish, I think, here. I just want to get it on my map as a fishing hole. Oh, I should have equipped snagging. A little bit of level. Came in. Oh, it got away. It's annoying. Mover beta. I'm only going to catch 2 fish. 2 different types of fish. 2 different types of fish. There we go. So we got. I'm just going to keep them on me because I don't know. I need to check the fishing leave. Yeah, but my gear is quite good. My accessories aren't the best, but my actual gear is quite good. Fishing is one of those things on this game where when I'm in the mood for it, it's quite chill. It becomes like a many-hour thing, but there's so much to do in this game. Not there, so we gotta go up. Why do I keep pulling ass mounts on the flying roulette? Well, I've got so many nice ones. Why do I always seem to get like the very basic ass ones? I know it's a roulette. You know, it's not cast iron what you get, but there you are, little mouse. At least give me something that's got a bit of accomplishment behind it. Nice. Dun 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 dun. I think today is going to be the last big session I have on Final Fantasy XIV for most of the week. Get some other stuff done. Not in a bad way, just, you know. Don't want to blow through it too quickly. I got the one. Now, hopefully this gives useful information. Who asked you to catch him? Dun dun dun. What's wrong with you, Kryl? Yeah, this does remind me of how in Endwalker. Oh, sweet, is that Byaku? Yeah, Byaku Wolf. Reminds me of how in Shadowbringers even we had the half in Yulmore with Alphino and then the half in Armor Meg with Alice before the Lakeland dungeon. It's okay. I want to fly. Tune. We get a headpiece. Not gonna lie, I thought you were triple triad there. No, I don't want a Chocobo Porter. I'm okay not activating most of these missions because I'm gonna wait. There's a gemstone trader. Because I might need to make up a little bit after the dungeon. God damn it. Triple triad! 3 open with 1 prize. Yes, please. Get my... I'm guessing we get the troll card here. Mist Dragon card. Thank you. Mine. Can we get it first attempt? That would be sweet. Right now I capture something for sure. Or... Yep. Easy win. Nice. I like to try and get... in the last few weeks I've been working on getting 1 triple triad card for my deck. Every time I log in. So we've won as long as I play sensible here. Come on, give me your card. Give me your card. Even if it's a trash card, I want it. So I just need to be careful of the Mist Dragon going that way. No, play it safe. No need to be stupid. Of this, I am quite confident in this deck that I'm using. The only thing I might change is one out of Susano or Count Edmond, so that I've got 8/8 vertical rather than horizontal. Nice, easy person to deal with. I'm gonna stick you here. It's fine. There we go, we got the card. A 1-star troll card. One 8/6. So I'm 4 away from getting a card via the achievement. What a worthless card, but at least it's in the deck. He suspects us. There's another F right there. No, not heavy lifting. Keep an eye, keep those peepers peeled. Aha! Of course it won't let me jump that. No! Can I not Skyrim jump up? Oh well. search this area. Like, I should be enjoying this, but I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I just want to get, I really want to get going with, I really want to do the whatever the first dungeon is. Whether it's here in Labyrinthos or Radzahan, either way. What am I meant to be looking for? Pack bearing gleaner. Where are you? He's not on there. Let's look down the edges. Aha! Hello, friend. What's green? And has a distinctive caw. I could do that for you. That's red. Gotcha. Yours or me.
Fair shot.
Oh, fine shot.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Drink time while it does that.
There you are. Any new revelations?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to...
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome. But consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
And the mine shaft is the dungeon, yes? Yes. I'm so thirsty for this first dungeon. See, I need to get Samurai up as well, but it's because I've got I really want to just use my rolls this time around. I always use main scenario roll on tank or healer because it gives huge XP. Maybe we could max Dancer before next time as well. We'll see, we'll see. Not been any fates that I've passed, have there? I know it wants me to go that way, but I want to see what this cave is. Because I liked how in Stormblood there was a cave with a bonfire in it, and I think that's a nice little... I hope that was like a little bit of a reference to Dark Souls. What we got here? Don't engage me. Just looks like an empty cave. Oh, you fool. Maybe there's got to be something here for it to be this distinctive. Not mining either. I wonder if maybe there's a rare mark or something that spawns in here. Yeah, that all seems much nearer the end. Pardon me, that were a right bit of a burr. Oh. Just get out of here and then I'll switch back to a Reaper. Might do some fishing. Do some fishing leads later on. I don't know. I'd like 3 levels today because I'm only playing Final Fantasy 14 today. So maybe if we do get the dungeon unlocked, I finish Reaper. Then use my other roles to level up other stuff. Maybe go hard into Summoner / Scholar. We get a hat. How's my armor? I mean, it is better. A full set of ninja armor might be quite nice as well. Monk! Yeah, I think Monk gets this as well. Decent this. I've yet to use Monk since the expansion, so I haven't clicked that where it says select from Chakra Path and Master's Gauge. I'm going to check that out in my own time. Back to Reaper. I might buy the headpiece for Reaper separate. I wonder if maybe it'd be worth putting my points, some points into Ninja. I will see nearer the time. Because I just don't want wasted experience. Defeat any enemies that may occur. Oh, I'm on this. Mine. Oh, I missed both of them. I feel so unthreatened in this area. Sorry, but you're in my way. That was a bit pointless, but... Build the blue bar. Because the blue bar, when it's full, we use that enshroud on the bottom left. And it allows, like, higher value skills like cross-reaping and stuff like that. I'm still learning the job as we go. It's not like Summoner. Summoner, they've changed so much so it just plays... Like, I swear, every expansion, they change how Summoner works. Because it used to be simple dots, like damage over time, DOT. Then they made it a burst class. And now they've changed it again. So it's like you start with summoning Bahamut, and then it allows you to summon Ifrit and Garuda and stuff like that. And then after a rotation you get Phoenix as well. I swear, they completely retool Summoner every expansion. So it's so confusing, especially as, like, I'm used... Like, when I main Summoner in Heaven's Ward, it was the DOT stage. You'd set up damage over time, your Miasmias and stuff like that. Pelt them with Rune. And go from there. Well, we've reached level 81 enemies. Getting so close to this dungeon, I can taste it. I wonder if maybe we leave it before the dungeon today and just have today be about Charlian. That might work. Oh fuck. Initiate cross reaping. Oh, hold on. Put the directional thing on. The true north. Which means I don't have to be in the right positionals. Oh, I bit off a fair bit there, didn't I? Yeah, I think we might have to pass on the dungeon and just get in the mind frame that we're doing Charlian today. Ding ding dong ding ding ding. Why hello there. Do any of you have triad of the triple variety? Hello there. Very relaxing music. All these mammoths. Harvesting grapes. I need to go this way. Continue with the climb. With all these tomato enemies, I just need to be a little wary of them. Because as we saw, taking 2 on was about as much as I could handle alone. I'd have to summon Cameron and my chocobo. Fill that blue bar slightly just in case I need it. Stacked boxes.
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian, and there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Have you learned aught of interest? A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenvil's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly. Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeum? Look, there. I think that's Erenvil.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenvil receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenvil's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions, and no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Crier?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenvil is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
I can almost reach you.
Right, I'm going to go for I just need to nip and get the door. I'll just be 1 second. Sorry about that. Stola. Follow the dude. I'm going to quickly grab that. Oh, in fact, that's the same one we were already attuned to. No rush. I'm a coming. No, she toted me. As if she just casually toted us. You stole her? Alfie Toad and Ali Toad. Let's hippity hoppity go and avoid any creatures. Can't believe she just casually toted us. Rude. Oh, there's a big toad there. Big toad. To the right, 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 to the right. God damn you, El. God damn you, you stole her. I remember this. Up with this, I will not put. There's been no fate. Look, the moment I leave those areas, they're the fates. God damn it.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I'm just a frog. Ribbit. Ribbit.
I hope that was informative.
Oh,
You
he
may
knows.
Consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
You know about? I'm just proud. Oh, he knew.
Wait, how did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Hippity hoppity. Back to your Stoller crowd. turn me into a toad. I'm not like to forget this. You owe me a chippy tea or something. Why? That's a mark. I think I'll grab it while I'm here. Luncheon toad. How many do I need to kill? Just one? I'll take it. Get 3 sets of nuts and some experience. I'm confident enough now that when we trigger the dungeon, the rest of the experience can now, going forward, can go into other classes. Maybe I'm mistaken. But we shall see. You stole are turning me into a toad. How rude. Where is Kryl? No. Lunar Cam it is. Guess we stay on the road. How am I doing on... Let me just... Okay. Garlemald. We're going to Garlemald to do some of these hunts. Alright. I knew we would eventually, but I was assuming that maybe it'd be a bit further in the game. Finding Kryl. I don't remember where the flowers were. There. Yeah, I thought there might be. I'm glad that paid off. What's up, Kryl?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Who said?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity,
Heidelin.
of course, but...
So what you're serving is like a pseudo oracle.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Menphilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That glue will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy, surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine till the end, blinding and radiant.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Oh, Daddy Levier.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian, a group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
I mean, I could just wipe them out.
Silence.
My one-man
is often
wrecking
one's
crew.
best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Such an asshole is that guy.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The Forum will come to order.
Bitch, you can't try me! What are you gonna do?
This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldesion. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a Forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuner, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
I mean, how would you count that? Gotta be some quick math.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
I've still got energy. I think we can go a little longer. I really want that first dungeon. I'm surprised we haven't had it yet. But it's maybe because I want it so much. Lord damn you. Your dad's a jerk, Alice. Well, hello there. I am the one who looks after your children. I demand malt loaf in tribute. Finely buttered. On a plate. I'm a Lyon's Levure. Okay, so it looks like the path is about to to converge between the two. Yes, that's the exact reaction I wanted. The Behemoth Moon, the legend, the champion. Oh, now I want to peek. Nice straight maneuver. I'm glad that the mother at least is not a jerk.
Welcome home, my lady.
What? What are you gawping at? I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Fist pump!
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
I can do that.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
New gear.
Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Wait, matching outfits? Well, to be fair, when we first met them, they were in sort of a matching blue outfit, weren't they? Blue and white outfit.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Sage gear? Yeah, of course it is.
Wait. Are these...
sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master. But someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortunato has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Booyah! That was sweet. That was awesome. Have you opened up for triple triad? You have not opened up for triple triad. There's a guy in there, but he will not triple triad me. Nice. I think now we can finally do the dungeon. Please open a dungeon up for me. I want it. I want it. Oh, I'm quite touched by that little bit. Return to the Rising Stone. So this is this half done. Right. No. I want that experience to go. Oh, it's a level 81 quest, isn't it? So I doubt it'll go on. Oh, it will. What class is best here? Astrologian? Or monk? Yeah, monk. Change back to Reaper. In the dark of the tower. Nice. Yeah, looks like we're joining a single path now.
Your time in Thavner has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavner.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Frodola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal. Thus, the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope, and I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Cryo, Yostola, and myself. The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin. If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armament to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radzat of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
Yes. Twins look so dapper in the new gear.
The Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
To battle! Oh, I got overexcited. Foxy Lady Fate's up. I've already done it quite recently. I don't need it. Right, before we do this, I really need to have a bathroom break. So I will just be a minute or two, and then we're going to do the spell up to the next bit. Much better, much better. Right. Let's go, let's go. Red's it hard. We'll do we'll do the tower, whether it's a like they've pretty much always been dungeons at the first level after an expansion. But I think we'll do the tower. Have I got an asshole waiter? Yes, I have. But if I'm marching on the tower, I want suitable mount music to enjoy. Where's Ravana? Dun dun dun. Tune. I love Ravana's music. No! No! Chopper, chopper. I want to just check one thing before we go much further. Yeah, unexplored fishing hole. I reckon I'm going to get a fishing level up as well later. Just sit and do some fishing. See what the leave quests are. Levy quests. Nothing bites. I'm using bad bait. Is that it? Catching a fish before we go. Then we put Ravana's tune back on. And don't fall in the goddamn water. Purchase items. Alright, let's try shrimp balls. Let's get some leeches as well. Alright, I'm not high enough to use that. In fact, can I buy the Reaper head piece here? My weapon up to scratch. Hold on, hold on, hold on. 515 weapon. Yeah, got the right weapon. It's worse than what I've got. Was it head? I'm saying it's worse than what I've got. That's fine then. Oh, it's because the one I got in the story was high quality. That's just a normal quality one. That makes sense. Shrimp ball. Catch 2 fish. And then we're gone. Hold on. Snagging on. Fishing. That's one. See what else we can catch. Right. Keep an eye on Mooch if I can. It's fine. Okie dokie. Next we have back to Reaper. I'm going to get out of this area where I could possibly fall on the water. Sound Ravana's music. Wrong one. And we go to war. Jogga, 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 jogga. Properly love Ravana's music. Makes shopping. If you go around Sainsbury's or Tesco's, which are supermarkets here in the UK, listen to this. It's an experience. I know. But then I might as well smack these guys. Although I will hope that it's 2 we need. Yeah, it is. I'm going to switch to Astrologian to get the other one. Spread the experience around. That's what I want. Because the experience is actually okay. I'm not a skilled Astrologian. I leveled it via the main scenario role rather than via in dungeon. Of the healer classes, I'm best with White Mage. Worst with Conjurer. Not Conjurer, Scholar. So, I apologise if this looks horrid. Should have cast that first. Nice. 200,000 XP for that. That's not bad. I will practice this Astrologian, I think, at some point. Maybe just not at the minute, Mount Guide. So we go again. Yo, 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 yo. So much good music in this game. The soundtrack of Final Fantasy XIV is absolutely... I think it's the Guinness World Book of Records holder for the biggest soundtrack in any one game, and I don't doubt it. There's so many absolute classics. Of conquest. Right, okay. To the tower. This area is absolutely gorgeous. I'd love them to do a bit of an overhaul of like Fenlal and Lanoska to make the fauna a bit more vibrant and stand out. Because with each expansion, you just discover these amazing areas. And the older Realm Reborn bits look a bit dull. I mean, the Shroud's okay. The Shroud is reasonable. It's a dark forest. What do you expect? But I find Fanalan a bit dull looking when you compare it to some of the zones since. Break my monopoly. Yes, 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 yes. Oh no! Do I take do I take Estinian or do I take Alice? Oh god, that's the worst possible. And there's the dungeon, ladies and gentlemen. There's the dungeon. We are going to do it as trust. Because I find it useful doing it as trust the first time, just because the NPCs give you clues regarding the mechanics. I think we take Estinian just because he's new. Small talk, and then we make the party. Bomb party. So we are going to take Estinian. Hold on.
Let's give it our all.
Right then.
Right then. Okay. Let's go. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, did it do. Let's go. That is some properly FF4 inspired music. Go, 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 go. Mine. Mine. Go on, Frank.
You cannot stop us!
Yes, cut through them like butter. One second, I'm going to actually zoom in. Where's the plug socket? Yeah. Let me remember how to do this. Nope. Hard doing that in the dark, but let's go. Get a little bit of a better view. The only problem with being zoomed out is sometimes with all the spell effects it's hard to see and I can't be bothered turning them off. So we want Bloodstalk into Gibbet. Why did you turn? Thancred? Oh no, it didn't turn. I have not put the buff on. Like I said, I'm still getting used to some of these rotations for Reaper. I don't care, you're dead. Thancred, do you want to do your pull? Hold on, I should have. Nice. Gallows is from behind. Build that blue bar. That's what we want to do. Go. Another armored fiend. I'm pulling now, Thancred. Fuck you. Ooh, he gained the aggro back quite quick there. Sometimes he can take his time. From my experience in Endwalker and gathering them. Admittedly only one enemy, not a group. No. Damn it, I pressed the wrong button there, that's on me. There we go, rebuild the bars. First boss. And I'm going to zoom out slightly just so I can see better on what's going around me. That looks workable. So I need to keep an eye on the NPCs. Because if they move, it's likely going to be to avoid an AoE or some sort of mechanic. Get behind him for the gallows.
You cannot stop us.
Thunder. Screw you, buddy. I haven't got my buff up, have I? I'm an idiot. Nothing to fear so far.
This will hurt. You're mine.
Shit, I wasn't fast enough. Alfie, heal please. Look at this guy up close. Behind him for gallows. That wasn't behind him. So fire is... What is that? What? Oh, that looks nasty. I lose my vulnerability. Cross reaping time. Go and avoid reaping. The boom. Thank you, Hell's Ingress. Nice! Only messed up one mechanic. We should go down here. Take the treasure. Manusa Helm of Striking sounds like it's going to be for Monk and Samurai. So it might, I really should work on Samurai. Where are you? Bit ugly, but okay. Tempered Imperials. Hell's Ingress was so useful. Vanquid, I love how proactive he is on getting these poles. He sort of tiptoes a bit in the trust system for Sheldon. In the trust system for Shadowbringers.
You cannot stop us.
So it's nice seeing proactive. Build the bar the old-fashioned way. Yes. We got here Zot. I love how he's on point at getting these pulls, so I'm not taking any damage. Yeah, I don't care about the positionals. This is mint. I kind of want this music for my orchestration roll. Oh. Talk and hit, talk and hit. What we got here? Zot hypertuned. The death claws. I think I'm going to activate it now. Just go for Grim Reaping because it hits them all. Alright, small damage, but... I've done it again. I keep forgetting I need to keep this up because it gives a small damage buff to myself up. So no reason I shouldn't have it up. Let's go, boys. I'll focus on the hypertune. Nice. Treasure coffer. Nice, a ring for aiming. I wonder if maybe I use the trust to level trust and my level row and stuff to get machinist up as well. Because we are going to leave it for at least a little bit here after today. Not too long, because I want to get through the game. I've already held off a lot as it is. Charge out blue bar. Sometimes I get too wrapped up on my rotations, I don't pay attention to AoEs. Happens a lot less with Reaper and Machinist, but like with Bard, for example. I'm sort of like douche, 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 douche. Oh shit, something's hit me. I'm liking the playstyle of Reaper. It reminds me a lot of the spot that... And I hope no one takes this as... You know, it's just my opinion, but it reminds me a bit of Dragoon, how Dragoon was quite straightforward in Shadowbringers. Like, in terms of... Like, yeah, it might have timings and the like, but in terms of its core how to play mechanics, Dragoon was one of the easier classes to get down. Although I haven't played it since, so I don't know if that's since changed. And that were a poor move. I should... Oh no, we got the 3, that's fine. I'm saving my blue bar now for any potential boss. Just do AoEs. Got max blue bar. Let's work on this hypertune. I might change on the toolbar here where Gallows and Gibbets are and swap them round, because it makes more sense for Gallows to be the one at the bottom to me in sort of where it is in my head. I think I'm going to do that here. Actions. So Gallows is hit from behind, Gibbet is hit from the side, so that kind of looks better already to me. Nice. choker offending. You've got another. Alright, you weren't quite as quick there, Thancred. Although he got it off me quite quick. Right. Let's pay attention to what's going on around me. I think now we spam Void Reaping. What does that do? Oh, I see. This is why I like the trust, because I wouldn't have thought to move there as instinctively. So it's definitely worth doing dungeons via trust first. At least to learn the mechanics. Once you've got the mechanics, it's straightforward. Like all the Shadowbringer base dungeons are so pissed now because I know the mechanics top to bottom. Because I've done. Oh, they're saying that. What happened there? Froze me. Confused. Oh, I took a hit here. Berserked. Yeah. Spam Void Reaping. Stop that. This one actually seems quite straightforward. Put the full buff on. Oh, wrong move.
My turn. There.
Nice. We filled our blue bar, but I don't need to use it. Stop! I wonder if that's like a set mechanic that it freezes you with. Nourish Reaper level 82. I don't know why I went to check for new gear when I knew I didn't have it. Though we do now. We've got some swag trousers. I guess it makes sense to level drag as well. Just because they share a gear set, so then I'm not holding on to gear over long, but we'll see. We'll see. Hold on, that's new.
This will hurt.
Changing the action to Harvest Moon. What's that do? So, hold on. So, if my memory... Hold on. I want to do it one more time, just because I want to watch that red and blue bar while I do it. So then the action becomes that. It doesn't put up either bar, but it might be good. So that, to me, unless it connects with something later on, because I haven't checked my skill set for later on in the game yet. I'm going to work with it as it comes out. But that, to me, looks like if I know an enemy's in an inaccessible part or I'm dodging a mechanic, I can quickly pop that on. Alright, it's got a bit of a charge time, but like, you pop it on and then get a big hit. A bit like how monks... Oh, what's the ability for monk where like your chakra or whatever it is, where you charge 5 chakra balls or something and then you get a big attack. Let's have a look, actually. Change his action to Harvest Moon. Is that a line AoE stuff? Lemur Shroud. Okay. Enhanced Shroud. Right, so that's going to be a big hit after you finish a full stack of blue. I've sort of got the idea down in my head, but I'll have to see. I already possess one. Charge that. In fact, I'm just going to go for it. Right, with 2 enemies, it's not worth it to do Grim Reaping. If they were a bigger stack, maybe, but I'd have been better using Cross Reaping there. Like I said, I'm still sort of figuring out Reaper a bit. But I'm getting a lot of vibes on how it handles is a bit like how Dragoon played in the last expansion. Maybe Samurai to an extent as well. Bit of a mix between the both. Because Samurai is also sort of wait for your stuff to fill up and then hit big. Oh, we're not getting good rolls on the items though, are we? If we've got 2 already that need replacing. Reaper, to me, it looks like it's going to be a class that fucking excels in certain circumstances. Like in big, either on one or big pulls. Whereas smaller groups, maybe there'll be other classes that to step in. But that's just an initial thought. Maybe completely wrong. Doesn't matter what, I've got the true north on, so. I need to focus a little bit. I'm getting a little carried away with trying to puzzle out other things and I'm not really in this fight as much as I should be. It's one of the advantages of trust, though. You can take your eye off the ball a little bit. I will say this though, I've enjoyed streaming this, but I'm going to enjoy putting my feet up a bit once we're done. Because, like I mentioned right at the start, I think it was, I don't mind doing longer streams, but I'm not really set up for it. Fuck it, I'm going for it. Should have used True North. I think I've got more than enough time to pull this blue bar back. I think we work on the Colossuses though, because that's what my allies are working on. Just need to be a bit slicker, I think, is my main problem at the minute. Like, a bit slicker, and then we'll, and being slicker will get that blue bar up much faster. And it's the blue bar which is going to be probably the biggest dealing attacks.
My turn.
And remember to keep my goddamn damage buff up. See what we got. Magicisters, I expect. Yep. Nice, 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 nice. Now what? I might as well use this. So, oh yeah, so it does handle exactly like the monk attack. It's instant when you're out of combat. Harvest Moon. Potency of 600 for a single enemy. How does that compare with Gibbet? 460, 460, 520. So yeah, it's miles better. Well, it's not miles better, but it's worth getting it if I can get the chance. There's a fire off all this. Can't get too carried away. I need to keep an eye on what my allies are doing. They're heading this way, but I will follow. Put the double buff on. Oh! Nanny! As if I'm... That was so quick. Oh, this is chaotic. It's 3 targets. How do we even know we're going after the right one? Let's stand on Estinian and Banquet. This looks hell. That looks so hard to predict. I mean, it'll be doable, don't get me wrong. I need to work on my damage a little bit here. Damn, I was slow there. It's a lot to take in. They're going to move out there, yep. Oh, I might be dead here. I think we need to deal with one quite quickly. focus on what Estinian does. Oh, you're cocking kidding me. Ah! Ah! That was hellish. And annoyingly, we've got to run all the way back now. All right, I am tired, but that's so frustrating. Thancred, is that really the one you want to aim at? I wonder if it gets like so much easier. But damn, that was a lot of AoE madness. I think if we were one vulnerability lower, we might have lived that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What a first boss. There were a lot of chaos there. Wasn't Cindy the fat one in FF10? Yeah, a bit unforgiving though, aren't they, the AoEs? I wonder if maybe Alphino would be a better person to follow. Alphino, you've just steered me so wrong there. That was actually worse. Alphino, what were you playing at there? The thing is, if I could see it without, like, that Delta attack, learn where it was, what sort of AoEs it could follow on. I'm going to stand here. Yeah, screw you. Not vulnerable now, am I? I wonder if that stack is worth getting in on. I don't seem to be punished for it. What's hitting me? There's a reflect. Alphino, can you heal me, please? Thank you. I'm going to stand up. Oh, shit. Nice. In actuality, trying to follow Alphino is actually causing me more problems.
You underestimate me.
There. Reflex coming. Yeah, this is what collared me last time, isn't it? Dealt with it much better. Yeah, ignore the NPCs. They don't know what they're doing.
Time to end this!
I didn't install the limit break. One down. So did that... I'm imagining that severely weakens their delta attack potential. Alright, we're going for that one, are we? Alright, you're much weaker. Maybe I should have worked on you first. It seems your health drops like a sink. But we've done it 100%. Then there's no way back from this for them. Let's hope for good treasure. Oh, I wanted to end it off with spamming cross reaping. But excellent. Got a pair of gloves. That I need to fit in my armory chest, so bear with me while I figure out what I can spare. That's perfect. Decent amount of XP. And we also snag a jacket of striking. Not that one. Did I? Miss it? Strikey, strikey, strikey. There we are. For, yeah, monk. Well, that actually looks cool. And we got a black mage weapon that I'm nowhere near level. I'm only 73 black mage. But a first dungeon done, which is where I wanted to get up to today, even if we've overrun slightly longer than I wanted. I thought we were a lot closer at the start of recording than we ended up being. Let's enjoy the cutscene.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Stola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
And that should be the end of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
What?
That is a lot of elephant men.
Where are we?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha! My boy! My best cato!
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Good Kato, we give you many dreamies for this feat.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Yes! Yasha! Speak with Thancred to finish up. I want this experience to go elsewhere. Alright, we are set on level 2, on the level we're at then. Sweet. Excellent, and we can farm the Tower of Zot now. 4 hours we've been at it today. But that's where we're finally going to leave it. I am in need of a stretch, amongst other things. We are going to pick up sooner rather than later, but I'm not going to put an exact date on it. Tomorrow, if we stream tomorrow, it'll be something from our usual selection. But thank you for watching, everyone. It's been a long one today. I'm going to go finally chill, but that was definitely worth it. I wanted to get the first dungeon today. And I'll see you next time. Have a cracking night. Ta-ra.